Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to History Lesson 149. Let's start by going over our presidents with our song.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, and Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, and Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, and Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama,
And Trump. Okay, you had some homework last night, so let us review. We're on page 221. You should have numbers 21 through 26. Let's start with 21. What country did Germany invade, resulting in the beginning of World War II? Poland, very good. 22. What countries did Germany defeat during the first years of war? Austria, Czechoslovakia, Poland, Norway, Denmark, Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, and France. Very good. Number 23. Who was the president of the U.S. during the World War II? Awesome, Franklin D. Roosevelt. And three countries on which World War II was fought. Three continents. It was fought on three different continents: Europe, Africa, and Asia. Exactly. And three Axis powers. Remember those Axis powers? I'm going to review them later on today as well. We have Germany, Italy, and Japan. And then the Ally powers: Great Britain, Russia, United States. Very good. Okay, today we're going to review a little bit. Do you remember who Hirohito and Tojo were? They were the emperor or the military leaders of Japan. And Mussolini was the leader of Italy. He was a fascist dictator. Stalin was the leader of Russia. And Hitler was the dictator of Germany. FDR was our president of the United States during this time. And Churchill was the leader in Great Britain, Winston Churchill. Okay, like I said, you had homework yesterday, so you will have this quiz. I need you to grab a piece of paper. You can pause the video. You need to write down the write down the answer in this form. You'll have 5 questions. You take your paper, write your name, date, history quiz, and 1 through 5. You do need you do not need a full sentence. Just answer the questions. What country attacked Pearl Harbor? True or false? The United States entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor. So you just need a true or false. What do we call the day Germany surrendered to the Allies? What kind of bomb did the U.S. use to destroy the 2 Japanese cities? And which countries used concentration camps to kill millions of Jews? So go ahead and pause the video, take your quick quiz, and then we will you can press play again. We're going to talk about what happened in that reading as well. So let's remember that the U.S. had successfully stayed out of the war at this point. Okay, the only thing they were doing was creating or making supplies for the war and selling it to the different countries. We started building supplies but we haven't got into the war yet. There was one country that we're the least worried about. The country that would be the farthest from us, what do you think it was? Good, Japan. Okay, Japan, we got a call from them and they said, we're going to make peace. We're not going to fight with you. We're going to have this peace treaty. And all of a sudden, that next day, we find out that it was December 7th, 1941, and we had a military base in a place called Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Okay, the U.S. had a military base there, and what would happen is in the waters they had Japan had aircraft carriers. Do you know the ones that have, it's like a big ship with a flat top and the airplanes are on top of there and they take off from the ship? Well, they had those in the water. And what happened was, on that day, they decided that they were, even though they were going to be at peace with us, they decided to bomb us using those ships. So from those aircraft carriers, they bombed us. It was a shock to everyone, because just that day before, they sent us communication that they were not going to, they were going to be at peace with us. So it was very, very shocking. And over 2,000 people died that day. Okay. Um, I want you to take a look at this little chart here. We're going to work with this chart over the next few days. I want you to notice that this chart is also in your book, but I want you to make sure that you know who were the Axis powers, who were the allies, and I want you to be able to determine who the leaders were, what kind of government they are. So we're going to start just today with the allies and the Axis powers. Okay. How about the United States? Were they allies or Axis powers? Good. They were the allies. And Great Britain, were they allies or Axis? Excellent. Allies. And Japan? Good. Axis. And Germany? Okay. Awesome. They were the Axis powers as well. Italy? Axis. And Russia? Axis. They were also allies. Okay. So we have to make sure that we understand that both, they were considered both Axis and ally powers. So we're going to fill in this chart as the days go by. We'll leave it here. At this time, I want you to make sure that you are reading page 216 and 217, and understand that on December 8th, that's when, at the day after they bombed Pearl Harbor, obviously they were upset at what Japan had done, but that's the day after that they bombed, the United States decided that they were going to declare war on Japan. They were no longer going to be at peace. So go ahead and read those pages, and you do not have homework tonight, but just make sure you read over those pages, maybe answer the discussion questions at the end. And we will see you back for lesson 150 next week. You have a great day.